everyone, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Aisheey Verano here and
Steven or Chop D.
Okay, so I'm sure you guys are seeing the first segment. How are you guys feeling about it? Are you pumped? We're going to be giving you these segments as often as we can. So yeah, stay tuned guys. And if there's anything you want us to talk about, you know, let us know in the comment section.
In the comment below.
Okay? Alright. Okay, so today, what are we talking about today?
What are we speaking about today?
So a friend of mine actually asked me this question. She actually, told me about this question when I was asking about what we should talk about. And she was like, why can't some men be honest about what they want? If they want sex, why can't they just say it?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about that? Oh, I like that mug. That's very cute.
Yours is better.
Mine is like almost matching what I'm wearing. Almost. It's like you can see some colors.
You make everything look good now.
Oh, stop it.
Bruh.
Thank you.
But yeah, why aren't some guys
not honest about what they want?
Why they not honest about what they want? I have a question for the girl or for the ladies. Are you asking the right questions? Are you asking the right questions? Are you asking him the right questions? Are you stating what you want? Are you stating what you're looking for? You can't enter a situation void of direction and expect somebody to create that direction for you. You understand? So,
that's a word.
A lot of things. So that girls a lot of times can use as crash dummies. So
dang,
you guys don't know. You're used as crash dummies. Sometimes it's after the fact. Then you start. Oh, why wasn't he honest? Why was it? If you have to know what you're entering, you have to know. Now, granted, though, some guys will tell you what you want to hear. Some guys are good. Some guys are good at telling you what you want to hear, because there are a lot of guys that don't want to. When they see a situation playing their way, they don't want to lose that situation. So, in order to harness that situation, basically, eat their cake and still have it. They'll tell you that when you bring up the question, they'll tell you that, oh yes, what you're looking for is what I'm looking for. So some guys sometimes girls, it's not your fault. Some guys actually have led you on. So basically, you have to ask questions, man. You have a closed mouth doesn't get fed. You have to ask questions, and over time,
you're preaching to
the answers. You have to measure the answers with his actions. That is it. So if you tells you wants relationship and you are the this of his this, you are the rice in his pot, you are the angel in his heaven. Is the action reflecting that?
Right,
you understand? Right. So are you asking the right questions? That's what you should ask yourself. Are you asking the right questions? Are you asking any questions at all? So
yeah, I think you're right about that, because the thing is, on the one hand, a lot of men do lead women on. Like, from day one that what you're looking for is just sex. Why not just be honest? Because some girls are down for that. And do you know what I mean? Like, a lot of girls, like some girls people just want you to be honest. Even some girls that are not down for that will be down for that because you were honest, and they just feel like, oh well, at least he's honest about it, and I have needs. And then they just, they agree to such arrangements. And I think it's always better to be forthcoming. But like some guys are never really forthcoming about these things. But at the same time, I agree with what you said about ask the right questions. Because when you ask the right questions, first of all, like the way he responds to these questions, like, if you're honest about something, sometimes you will not need to be like taking that long to think about it. You will not be stammering on your words. Like the thing actually is that what happened is, like, you will not have, do you know what I mean? A man that wants a relationship with you, he would be on it, he would be expressing that to you in a way in which you. Now, am I saying that there are mad men out there that would be like, yo, it's you, babe. Like, it's me and you, right?
Yeah.
I get that. But at the same time, when you ask those kind of questions, like, it sifts through a lot of BS, I think.
Yeah, true.
Right?
And also, when you ask, don't expect, be prepared for an answer, but if it's not what you want to hear, it's not fight. It's not fight, you know. You've asked the guy.
Don't cajole him.
He's giving you an answer. Now the answer might not be what you want to hear. You asked, at least you asked. You know now. Don't fight. It's not fight. It's not.
Yeah.
You know, don't vex or anything. He's told you. Would you rather a guy be honest or lead you on? So.
And accept it. If that's what he said.
And accept it. You know. Yeah. Let me put it like that.
Why? That sounds like censorship. What were you about to say?
Okay, what I wanted to say was relationships, the way guys view relationships and the way women. First of all, there's this thing of men are complicated or women are complicated. Guys will say, oh, women are too complicated, men are too complicated. First of all, we are different sexes. We can't understand each other 100%. So we learn about each other every day. You know, trust me, even the ones in the relationship that you think you are close to your man, or for the guys watching, you think you are close to your girl. There are certain things about your girl you haven't discovered yet, in the sense that there are different phases to people. It's like a game. There are stages. You do the right thing in stage 1. She opens up stage 2 of affection towards you. So, you know, there are stages to people. So, and relationships are the way guys think about relationships and the way girls think about relationships is different. You know, it's totally different. Like a girl can, maybe I might be drifting off a bit, but I just have to give you ladies the real, so you guys know. Give you the real. No, not trying to hide anything. No sugar coating. I want to give you ladies the real. Guys will be mad at me, but come and beat me now. So yeah, in relationships, the way guys and girls view relationships are different. Like you say a woman would approach a relationship like, oh, the next guy I talk to, I want to be in a relationship. You know, I'm just, you know, nothing else short of a relationship. Guys don't
view it
that way. Like, oh, the next girl I'm talking to, it must be a relationship. We don't. For guys, we have to get to know the person. We have to be close to you. We have to grow with you. It takes us a hot minute for us to be like, okay, now I think she's the one. We don't just embark on dating and be like, oh yeah, my next person I'm dating is a relationship, and if it doesn't end in a relationship, then I failed. We don't assess it like that. So.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where like people are so different, and like it's like a massive spectrum, in the sense that like sometimes when I talk to people and they notice that my expectation is not like every single person is going to end up into a relationship for me. You know, sometimes it's just a conversation and then it moves on. Sometimes it's like a few dates and then sometimes it's not that deep, right? But yeah, like, so it's one of those things where like people have different, like, whatever the case may be, whatever your expectations are, you need to be having that conversation with that person early on. I'm a believer of put everything on the table from day one.
Even
if this man is telling you that facts, just table everything. Even if this man is telling you like, yo, it's you I want to always be with and all this stuff, if his actions are not lining up with that, just X him or have that conversation and like, you know, ask more questions, ask follow-up questions to actually see what his intentions are. Because the thing is, people can lie for a certain amount of time, but they can't lie to you forever. You're going to find out, if you want to truly be honest with yourself, there will come a time where you would become aware of what that person's intentions are. And if it does not line up with you, then this is my issue with some people sometimes is, this person has told you they don't want a relationship. You want a relationship, but you still be like, oh, he's just not ready. Honey, he does not want a relationship with you. Do you get? Like, it's not that hard to understand. Right? He really doesn't, like, I know, like, you're thinking this man, he's he's telling me he wants to do this and that. But, like, the truth is, if he wants to be in a relationship with you, he will be in a relationship with you,
No, that's wrong.
Really?
No, that's wrong.
Interesting.
That's what I'm saying. If a girl wants to be in a relationship, now there's nothing wrong with you wanting to be in a relationship. But if the guy you're with doesn't want to be in a relationship, now it might be that he doesn't want to be in a relationship with you. It can also be he's not ready to be in a relationship. One does not negate each other. You cannot now say that because you want to be in a relationship and him not wanting to be in a relationship is now a bad person. No, one doesn't negate the other. Now also it can be that maybe what if he has trauma from his old relationship and he wants to take things slow. It might not be that he doesn't want to be in a relationship with you. He might just want to take time, and the brothers might be like, well, we've been together for okay, let me use a scenario for example. Didi and Cassie, they were together for 11 years, and Didi didn't propose to her, I didn't marry her, and she went along, got pregnant for, what's that guy, Alex Fine, whatever it's called. And apparently the guy even was Didi's personal trainer. He used to train the two of them. Well, she's married. She's married to the guy now, and they have a baby together. And I remember when her and Didi broke up, they were like, bigging up on social media. Oh yeah, good thing, girl. You go, girl. If he doesn't want to make you his wife, then drop him like hot cake and blah 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 blah. Story up and down. Now, maybe you don't know the in and outs of that relationship. Maybe at the beginning, Didi said he didn't want to be married because he's some people have trauma from marriage. And
some people don't want to get married.
Some people don't want to get married. Doesn't make them bad. Doesn't make the 11 years a waste. Because if that was the case, if it was a waste because he never proposed to her within that 11 years, then why don't they take every other thing into consideration when? Because I'm sure being with Didi opened doors for her. Why isn't that mentioned?
But at the same time, I feel like the reason why a lot of people are upset about it is because some women can relate to being with a man who has led them on for years with the dangling marriage. Oh yeah, baby, I'm gonna marry you. Babe, I'm just like trying to get our money right. Babe, you're my wife. You have a key to my house. Baby, you're my wife. It's just a name only. We're gonna sort this out, Some even use the thing where they give you a ring. And then when you ask, okay, now when are we planning for the wedding? It's like they take their time all of a sudden. Like, oh, hon, we don't have to do it now. That's why you now meet some people that have been engaged for 4 years, sometimes longer. And then sometimes they have multiple engagements. When he feels like he can't, he's about to lose you again, then he proposes again with another ring.
That's true. It happens.
So a lot of people have that experience of being led on for an extended period of time. So they do feel like it's a waste if it's not ending in marriage, which is why I feel like a lot of people were upset about the Cassie and Diddy situation.
That happens. That's true. You have a point. But also we don't know the in and outs of.
He could have told her from day one, I don't want to marry. She might have even been on the same page.
Yeah, and some people are probably afraid of marriage, depending on maybe their parents didn't work out, and that's given them lifelong traumas on marriage. And some guys, because for a guy in a relationship, guys always want to feel like they're providing. So if a guy doesn't feel like he can provide long term, entering marriage is not. It probably doesn't come to his mind, because when it comes to a long-lasting relationship, I always say that it's not how far, but how well. It's not because you married first, you would remain married. It doesn't have anything to do with that. Like, it's better to marry well than to want to marry before your friend and show them that, hey, I got the ring before you. And I feel like a lot of people, like, when it comes to relationships or marriages, they are more
they want to do it
women
for the public.
are here for the public, and they are more interested in the ceremony, the wedding ceremony, than the wedding, being in a marriage. It's deep. There are some people, they will tell you that they will advise you remain single, enjoy being single. So not to drift too far. But back to your question is why don't guys?
What basically, like, why aren't guys more honest from day one about like what their intentions are?
Different reasons. They could be afraid to lose you. They could want to eat their cake and have it. Maybe they are not ready. That also plays a fact. Maybe they are not ready. Maybe past trauma. Maybe he's been cheated on several times, and so
I think those are the things you communicate, right? Like, so for example, if I had past trauma and all these things, and I'm afraid of commitment, for example, and then I met someone I was interested in and that was interested in me, that would be a conversation we would have. I would be saying to you, like, honestly, I've been through a lot in my life. I am a bit afraid of commitment. I have these sort of patterns. I want to take my time. I don't want to rush things. That would be a conversation that I would have.
Sure.
Now, I might not go into detail about what has happened, because that requires a level of trust. But at the same time, I feel like I would have some sort of conversation with you to give you that heads up. Now, it's your choice as to whether or not you want to stay. But I've done what I feel like is necessary, which is at least give you an opportunity to decide. I can't make that decision for you just because I don't want to lose you. I need to be upfront and honest and be like, do you know what? This is where my head is at. It might not change in 2 years. It might not. I don't know when it's going to change. I can't put a timeline on it. Now, if you heard that and you waited and you stayed
thank God
for years.
Thank God you addressed that.
Yeah, because I know some people will be like, oh yeah, you said this. Some guys are honest about it.
Some guys will say that. Some girls will feel like, so what, do you think you don't trust me? We'll be okay. I've still stayed. We have heard this for 3 years now, and you're still feeling like this. So what? You don't trust me? So, thank God you.
And the thing is, at some point, you have to take responsibility for your choice.
Yeah.
Because I find some people are in that situation. Like, I know some girls that have been dating someone long term for some time, and it's not serious because the guy was scared of commitment. Now, instead of and the guy was upfront about it from day one. But instead of being like, okay, I'm going to put a timeline on it in my mind. If this drifts ahead for like a year, after a year I'm done. They didn't put a timeline on it. They kept going on and engaging this man, without talking to other people and taking this person as their partner. Only for years down the line, they still don't have the level of commitment they want. Now, when do you say and take responsibility for your choice when he has been forthcoming about exactly what his intention? Now, if he was leading you on throughout this process, that's his bad and that's wrong, and he should take responsibility for that. But you also have a choice, especially when he has told you he was forthcoming. Sometimes you guys just want to chill and stay there.
You have
exactly.
A choice. So
you have a choice.
You have a choice.
It's the same way he chose to be with you. You also have a choice as to whether or not you want that to happen and on what grounds. I think sometimes girls tend to leave it. Some girls tend to leave it as let's just see how it goes. Maybe he'll change his mind. He might never change his mind.
He might never. Some conversations are open at different level of
he might never. Right.
It might never. At some point, you never know, depending on the bond. Some might, like I said,
I want to be with
the guys, a male's approach to relationship and the female's approach.
A guy doesn't just
are totally different.
The guy will
like,
now you know what? Now I'm ready for a relationship.
We're not in the presence of the girl. We're not built that way, and it might take time for bond with her. Different time frame, there's certain vary as regards the guy. So it might take time, but sometimes it might happen. Sometimes it might not happen. You might be led on.
So if you have to give maybe a timeline to ladies, if anyone is watching and they've had a guy say to them, "I'm not ready for a relationship." Right now, I just want to see how things go. What would your advice be to them in terms of waiting, and how long is too long?
That's a good question. That's a lovely question.
Run.
I don't have a timeline. Sorry to bust your bubble. If you were ready to hear something, a timeline.
Listen to something deep.
Ain't got no timeline for you, B. Ain't got no timeline for you, B. But what I would say is follow your instincts. There's no timeline. I ain't gonna give you no timeline. There's no timeline. Oh, wait 4 months. If he doesn't do this within 4 months, if he doesn't do this within 3 weeks or a year, then follow your instincts. If you want to be in a relationship, right, and after a year, you feel like, okay,
they're still waiting on this man.
I'm still waiting, and it's bothering you that much. Tell him you don't want to do it again.
I'm out.
You have free will, so don't. Girls will say, well, he should have told me he didn't want to wife me, and it's 2 years already. He should have told me. He led me on the way. All those ones is story for the gods. Take laws into your own hands. You're just chatting, we both call it bollocks. When there's no time frame, if you feel like it's taking too long, sit down and have a talk. That listen, man, you said so.
How do you still feel about this?
6 months ago. How do you feel about this? This is what I want. I appreciate our bond and whatever, but I want, proper commitment. And please don't approach him on some rah-rah thing. Don't. Be civil, be respectful. Don't go there and be shouting. Don't go and be shouting. Guys, it's that. Just be civil, be mature about it. Tell him that, listen, you said this a year ago.
Oh boy, what's going on?
I'm still here. If you don't, you say your mind. I want commitment. I want assurance. If you can't give me that, then maybe we should
go our separate ways.
Go our separate ways, because this is what I want. Put your foot down. You don't need to shout. You don't need to be throwing things up and down. Be civil, be respectful. But
do you watch Love and Hip Hop? Okay, I think that's what
my show now.
Yeah, exactly, that's what, because when you throwing stuff, when you say throwing stuff up and down, not like Love and Hip Hop and
if they're not pulling there, I don't want to watch. That's my
Love and Hip Hop,
Real Housewives,
yeah, fair enough.
Bad Girls Club. I watch all that stuff. Even my homies are like, God, why do you watch things like this? I watch it because I like it. What?
It's quite entertaining.
Watch things like that. So, but yeah, there's no time frame. Time frame is based on how you feel. If you feel it's taking too long, let it be known. Say your mind. If you feel he's not making any attempts to, based on what you guys spoke about or how long you guys spoke about it, and if it was 6 months ago, bring it back to him like, yo, we spoke about it 6 months ago. I still want this. I still want that. So listen to your. Don't think you are crazy for feeling how you feel. Don't think you are crazy. Don't allow anybody make you feel like you are crazy. Say your mind. Say your mind. The closed mouth doesn't get fed. Say your mind.
Yeah. And I think, to be honest, with these sort of things, it's okay to not wait if that's what you don't want to do. Like, I feel like sometimes people say things like, oh, just wait now, you like, wait it out. If you don't want to wait, don't wait. If you don't want to wait, don't wait. If I wanted a relationship and that's what I was pursuing and I wanted that to happen right now, if a man came up to me and was telling me this and was saying he doesn't want a relationship, guess who's going out? Me. I'm going the other direction real quick.
No one. That's true.
Do you know what I mean? But I feel like sometimes people forget that you have a choice to not wait as well. So don't listen.
Also,
like, if you don't want to wait, don't wait.
Because a lot of things that Aisheey said and done. You know, a lot of things that Aisheey said and done. You know, it's true. You know, 1 + 1 is not 2 sometimes. You know, 1 + 1 is 2 when you're talking to your friends. When you're talking to your friends, you're a macho woman and macho man. But when you're with that person, it's, you know, especially if you guys have built a bond.
That's the thing.
Over a period of time, you building a bond. There are certain bonds that are closer. That men that are close. So to now leave and go start again, it's you know, it's. I mean, if you feel you can, then good luck.
Yeah, but one thing I don't want people to not know out of this is you can start again. Because a lot of women actually, the reason they stay with men for a long time, especially men that aren't right for them, and they say it themselves, I just don't want to start over again. Girl, you better start over now. You might as well start over now than wait years and still have to start over.
That's true.
So I feel like sometimes, because people do think, oh, I've been with him for 2 years, where am I going to start from? Girl, you start from the beginning and that's okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know, like, right now we're not saying it with like emotions and stuff because we're not in the situation right now. But at the same time, it's like, better rip the band-aid off now than like wait forever and then be upset and being like, oh my gosh, I should have left when I was like. So yes, I'm looking out for you guys. Bottom line, really.
You know, that's a good point. You know, if you want something and you're bent on that, you know, close your eyes and, you know, that you always. It's always good. It's always good to leave. You know, there should be a window. There should be a window in your mind, a time frame where you should. If you're not getting what you want, you quickly get out. You quickly get out before, because things happen.
The longer you stay in something, it's harder.
The longer you stay now, the longer you stay. So, the longer you stay, the closer the bond. You know, so there's a right time to be able to quickly eject yourself, because if you don't leave within that time frame, you know, your emotions get too involved and everything just. Even when you now decide to leave after that time frame, your current situations will get messed up because your body is in another situation, your mind is still
with your ex,
with him. So you know, you will know about yourself when you're alone. You know, you can be with your girls, you're alone. You know, when you're with your homeboys and your homegirls, you can form this macho-ness, like, you know, I'm done with him. I don't care about him again. Me, I don't even read his text anymore. I don't know why I'm now doing like a girl. Girls. But yeah, you form this macho man. But when you're alone with your thoughts, you know, you alone know when you really miss that person. You know. So yeah, man.
Journaling helps when you miss that person.
Oh, you write on journal.
Yes, just freaking write it down. I really miss this person. I'm not going to talk to this person. I refuse to talk to this person. Because the thing is, sometimes I feel like when people get out of
that's some Shakespeare thing.
No, but think about it. When people get out of some situations, they struggle with wanting to call the person back. Like, I know I was checking someone's story and I saw something on her story saying something about she was so tempted to call her ex back. And for me, when you feel that way, you need to find things to take up your time. So like, maybe text your friend and be like, oh my god, I'm about to call this man. Stop me. You know? Or you need to write your thoughts down. What would you want to tell him? What would you want to say? Write it down to yourself, and then after that, delete it.
What girls do most times, girls will block your number
and then unblock
and delete you. It's like a defense mechanism for a lot of girls. They just block you and thinking that one will help.
Yeah, well,
sad.
Yeah. bottom line, you decide.
You decide, man. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's not up to your homegirls or your homeboys. They can tell you all they want to tell you, and once you leave there, you're alone with your thoughts. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. And also don't stay with someone where even you know that this person does not have plans for me. You know how like sometimes someone will be telling you I'm not ready, but you see how he is. You see his actions. His actions don't line up with someone who is not ready to commit in that sense, but is still pursuing you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you yourself, you know that something ain't right, but you're still like, he said this. Like, forget what he's saying alone. What are his actions showing you as well? I think if I had to think about one last point is, if he's saying he's not ready, think about his actions as well. Is he actually pursuing you? Is he doing things that you
guys are bastards. Some guys are bastards. That action,
they'll give you.
To even be more than the words. You don't want anything.
Bottom line, I think we just gotta
know
pray.
Your guts. You know your guts.
You know, right?
You can't hide.
You can't hide it forever.
Be concealed forever.
It can't be concealed forever.
Some guys will. Is the action you want? Is the action? They will bring direct or everything. It's action you want, so. But you can't be hidden forever.
It can't be hidden forever. It can only be hidden for a time.
For a time, right? Can't be hidden forever.
You can't.
You
Even in his actions, you will feel it.
You know when guys just jab.
It's not going anywhere. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you so much. I definitely enjoyed talking about this.
I enjoyed it too. Make sure you guys
subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section, guys.
Let us know what you'd like us to talk about. Any questions the ladies have. You guys, the guys too. If you guys have any questions, you want to know about the ladies, let us know. Subscribe. Down below.
So make sure you subscribe, make sure you leave a comment. If there was anything we talked about that you wanted to join in the conversation, let us know in the comment section, and we'll definitely respond to you guys. But thank you so much for listening. Dang, I'm not sure what's going on. Like, is it the guys? Like, guys are coming for me. No, but truly though, anything like you guys want to know or want us to talk about, let's know in the comment section and we'll talk about it. But this is going to be a series, so you'll be seeing more of him.
You'll be seeing more of me. So please subscribe.
Do
Tap
it
now,
that bell.
Now. Just
do it.
It doesn't take you. Do it now. Just tap.
Just do it, guys. Just do it. Thank you so much for watching, and see you soon. Bye. Mwah.